So for today, we're going to be looking at Warlocks. More specifically, we're going to be looking at your good magician set that you guys didn't get last year. If you guys don't know, we've already done the review video and the shader video. They're both right here. You guys can check it out. And we've already done the Hunter and Titan video, both right here. Definitely check them out. Definitely check them out because I do think the Hunter and Titan videos are amazing. Specifically the Titan video, another level, doc. For real. Like, I love like 3 of those sets. The third set that I made from there is like, okay, it's not the worst thing in the world. And I do explain like further what I think I should have done, which if I had made that set, I think it would have been a banger. But Warlocks, you guys are no different. You guys have some pretty cool sets. Now that I say that though, I've seen some of the sets and I'm like, wow, like I'm kind of like, you know what? I'm not going to say anything. I'll just let you guys judge it. So if you guys like the video, like, comment, subscribe really does help because a huge portion of people are actually not subscribed. So if you can do me a favor, like, comment, sub, hit the bell notification because that also immensely helps. Other than that, let's get into it. So to start off, we're going to be using Fellwinter's Helm, which remember, this is getting a buff next expansion. For the arms, Psionic Speaker gloves, First Ascent robes, Eerie Thaumaturge boots, and then Eerie Thaumaturge bond. For the shaders, this is going to be different. Clinging Cobweb for the helmet, Iron to Steel for the arms, Iron Fish Sight for the chest piece and boots, and then the Gambit Jadestone for the bond. So let me explain a few things here and there. First and foremost, I'm using the Iron Fish Sight shader because it's going to be hard to make a good color combo without the Iron Fish Sight because it does have that paddedness to it on the cloth. Which is why I was like, I'm just going to use those 2 shaders. If I really wanted to be extra, I could switch out the boots for something else, but I don't really care. Reason we're using Iron to Steel is because the Psionic Speaker gloves is horrendous to shader. And thankfully, Iron to Steel kind of like just combines it to a black and green, which is what I was kind of looking for anyways. And I wanted specifically the Psionic Speaker gloves because there's armor on the right side and then cloth on the left side, which mirrors the chest piece because obviously there is no armor on the left side, but there is armor on the right side. Honestly, the bond doesn't really matter here. I just used it because I wanted to use it. But then helmet switched out the Iron Fish Sight because I didn't like the green that it gave. So went to Clinging Cobwebs because it gives you a much brighter green, but it also gives me that black for the helmet. And then Gambit Jadestone was an easy choice because I wanted something to glow and it had to be green as well. So definitely think this one's really cool. Is this the best Fellwinter's Helm that I've ever made? Probably. There's probably some other sets, like maybe an Iron Banner specific set that I've made that looks cooler. But I think this one's really cool because I love the fact that, and this is the first thing I thought of when I saw the boots, is I'm going to combine this with the First Ascent because this is going to look way better because the First Ascent gives off like a more modernized knight. And that's the case for all of the classes. So I immediately decided like I'm going to go for that because I think the Eerie Thaumaturge boots is going to go really well with it. And I think it looks fucking cool. Like I love the fact that the boots on the right side gives off that really cool like a stripped clothing. And then the right side has or the left side I should say, has the chest piece. I think that's really cool. And that's something I really wanted to showcase. And I also think the boots look really cool with this whole set. So definitely the best one here just because like there is thought process to each and every one of these pieces. Now, if you wanted to be super picky, I think the First Ascent bond would have been a better choice for the bond, but that's just me being picky. As for the next set, where you're going to be using the Eerie Thaumaturge cover, and that is it. For the arms, I always forget these arms and I use them so much, bro. The Necrotic Grips with the Chimera Sting, Veteran Legend robes, Cursed Arcana boots, and then the Shadow Broker bond. This one's decent. I'm not like, this one doesn't do anything like, oh my god, this is just like, yeah, this is pretty decent. Like I fuck with this one. I really wanted like a more modernized Warlock or Wizard or whatever you want to call it. Because the hat kind of gives me that vibe a little bit. So I was like, I think Veteran Legend robes is going to be a really good choice for that. Chimera Sting just came up just because I was like, it doesn't have armor and it's going to go well with the chest piece. The Cursed Arcana boots, just because pointy boots going to give off that wizard vibe even more. And then Shadow Broker bond because I wanted some glow in there to showcase like their magic or whatever. So this one's really cool. I should probably mention shaders. Shaders is Masonry for everything but the bond, because the bond took a really white yellow, which was not the same as the masonry shader. So we are using the iridescent. I can't fucking say that word, bro. Iridescent. That word right there. That's what we're using. I don't know where the fuck I got this shader. It's pissing me off a little. It's from Gambit. That's probably explains why. But yeah, I think this one's really cool. It's probably the runner up from the sets so far. Not bad by any means. Just very like, not generic looking, but like almost generic looking, if I'm being honest with myself. As for the next set, okay, so this one is actually pretty cool because the first time I saw the arms, immediately thought I'm going to combine this with like Sanguine Alchemy or something along those lines, because it's going to look very much vampire-esque. Now, if you guys haven't seen my many Sanguine Alchemy sets, it's usually showcasing blood lineage in some capacity, because I think the helmet or the boots or any piece that I use with that is just going to look really cool, because Sanguine Alchemy, it has blood on the back. The blood lineage is obviously vampire-esque. I'm always going to do it. But the Airy Thaumaturge gloves looks really cool with this. It gives it much more of a like Dracula bougie vibe. Plaguebreaker boots, and then these Fetish Bond. For the shader, Royal Protector, and I gotta say, I fuck with this one heavily. Now, do I ever use the Sanguine Alchemy? Hell no. But I'm always happy to showcase what Sanguine Alchemy can do, because I do think it's a slept on exotic for fashion. I don't know about the actual perk or blood magic, whatever it's called. I don't know if it's good enough to like play with, but I just love using it for fashion just because it's such a beautiful exotic. That being said, it's also a bitch to shader, because the armor plates on the top shader really bad, like really bad. So just be aware of that. This one is really annoying to shader, but when you find a set that looks good with it, dog, let me tell you, shit gets bumping. But definitely let me know what you guys think about this one. And then last but not least, we have this one. So we're gonna be, dude, I do not know exotic names anymore. It's almost a problem at this point. Crown of Tempest. So that's what we're using for the exotic. Airy Thaumaturge robes for the chest piece. Doki Doki Destiny Warlock gloves. The Skaldic Chant boots, and the Coronation Bond. So this one might be the best set. I'll be honest. Shaderai Sato Tribe, didn't really want to think about this one because I think the whole piece or the whole set is really heavy lifting everything. So I was like, Shader really shouldn't do anything too crazy, because again, this is already doing a lot of heavy lifting. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, I think the females looks a lot better for this set. And it's not even close. I think the fact that like it's the helmet and the slenderness of the chest piece makes this look way better. Like the females looks like an actual character in game. The males, just like, it's a little too bulky to like look well. I mean, to be fair, Crown of Tempest genuinely for me has much more of a female coded like helmet rather than the males. So that's probably doing a lot of heavy lifting in my head. But I still think the female set looks way better. Like, it looks so fucking cool. Like, when I first saw this set, I was like, this shit looks like, this is gonna sound stupid, but this set like really the female set really reminded me of like the Oracle for the Matrix. I don't know why, but I was like, this looks like some shit from there. And I may be coping probably, but genuinely, I fuck with this set heavily. I think the females is the best set for this one. But dog, like, I think the first set's pretty decent. I think the second set's also pretty cool. I don't think the Warlock got a bad set at all. I think all of them are like genuinely interesting to look at. I will say it would probably go like fourth, then third, then first one, and then second one being last. So yeah, Warlocks, let me know what you guys think. I had so much fun making your sets. Like, honestly, I really did not have like, I think the Titans is the only class that I was like having a rough time, and it was only for the chess piece, because honestly the chess piece is pretty terrible. But like Warlocks, a lot of fun was had with y'all's. Hunters, a lot of fun was had with y'all's. Even Titans, like aside from that one set, dude, the 3 sets bangers. So this is definitely an armor set that I would very much at least tell you to look at. I'm never gonna tell you to buy something because it's your money, you spend it the way you want it. But this armor is probably some of the best armor sets that we've got this season, and we've got a lot of armor sets this season. So let me just premise that real quick. Like, we've gotten a lot. So this one is probably the best set. I would say the stasis set's probably the worst one. You could definitely ignore that one because it's pretty much doo-doo butter. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. This is gonna be the last video until I get oh my god, let me calm my brain now. This is probably going to be the last video until I get my hands on the Star Wars set, specifically the pre-order set, so the second set. In the meantime, I'm probably going to try to do some other stuff. Maybe get started on some of the Trials of Osiris armor, because I think I have all of the base armor from the first time we got Trials of Osiris armor. Probably do that one. I'm gonna try to start farming for the dungeons so I can get the armor, because I really do want to showcase that armor because I do think it's really cool. Now making sets for it's a different story, because aside from the oh god, it doesn't matter. Either way, let me know what you guys think. Again, if you guys want to see any fashion content, or not even fashion content, if you guys want to see, just know my opinion about Destiny 2 in general, let me know in the comments below. I haven't done any non-Destiny 2 content in a while, more so just because Destiny 2 has been pushing a lot of armor, and I really want to showcase that armor before the next expansion. But once we start going through all of the videos that I'm going through, I'm probably going to start going back to like Final Fantasy 14, World of Warcraft, Warframe for sure, and definitely finish out some of the Tekken 8 videos that I really wanted to do, because I still haven't showcased like all of Yoshimitsu sets that I've done. And Yoshimitsu is one of my favorite characters. And not only that, I have armor sets for other classes, or not classes, other characters that I haven't played as well. Like I have sets for Jin, I have sets for Hwoarang, Heihachi, Brian. So a lot of them will be kind of the same, because unfortunately the customization in that game is pretty terrible for certain reasons. But yeah, I have a lot of things planned for this channel. It's not like I'm just doing armor and then I'll never do anything again. I do want to bring back the exotic videos. I do want to bring back Xur's Exotic Dare, which is an old thing for you guys that have been following my content for a while. You guys will remember that we would do weekly videos of what exotics what exotics Xur would bring back, and then I would do armor sets about that. I want to do a different thing where in the month we go through each of the exotics and we essentially take out one exotic that people don't want to like do, like basically like a tournament thing where it's like, do you want to see this exotic or this exotic for the hunters? And then one of them will battle it out, or you guys will vote for it, and then that one will go to the next one, kind of thing. I think that would be really cool, because then I could still do Xur's Exotic Dare, but it won't be like a video a week, because that's kind of like what burned me out, is making a video a week, and that's going to be really rough because we only have so much armor in the game. I could do it now probably because we have a lot more armor, but again, I would probably burn myself out. So doing Xur's Exotic Dare monthly would be pretty cool, or bi-monthly would be an interesting choice as well. Either way, I'm having a lot of things go through my mind. I'm sorry, Warlocks, that you guys are getting all of them. I might actually cut this part out of the Warlock place and just kind of, either way, let me know what you guys think. I don't know. I'm really frazzled right now, but let me know what you guys think. I appreciate y'all. Be safe. I'll see you guys later.